Arise, Ghana youth.
Country,
Your nation demands your donation.
Jesus
is
Christ.
there for united ocean.
No, at least now we can all agree this is why our country is not developing.
Yeah, if you're
let's move
singing
on.
your national play like this.
So, Dr. Mariam Isaka Krisi, right?
Yeah.
Running mate of Cheddar, Nana Kwame Bediako, presidential candidate for the new force. All right, so we're going to get into her background, resume, credentials. All right, so academic background. She was a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology and Political Science from the University of Ghana, right? She did advanced studies, abroad focus on development studies, gender issues, and African studies. Professional role, she was a lecturer at the University of Professional Studies, Accra, UPSA. Area of expertise, she's known for her contributions to higher education and her expertise in development studies, gender issues, and African studies. Same thing. Research and teaching, she's actively involved in research, teaching, and curriculum development at UPSA. So the thing is, like, we've been through all this before, right?
Also lecturer at University of Ghana.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to keep going because, like, we've heard all this before, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot more PhD holders in Ghana than there is in the entire, probably in the entire, like, USA or something like that. So does that really play a big role for a presidential running mate?
I think it does and doesn't. It does in the sense that you definitely need someone who has some theoretical and practical knowledge to handle things. But then at the end of the day, that's not all you need. You need other skills to be able to. You also need the personality of the person, the willpower of the person to take bold decisions and risks. So I think that academic background and work experience is important, but what is more important is your passion to succeed, to help people, genuinely help people.
Okay.
I think all these come together.
Does it really bother you, or do you think there is a negative connotation to the fact that both her boss and herself, they have no political background? Absolutely none.
For me, well, to somebody it might, but for me not. For me, I'm looking for education is important,
Of course.
but we've seen it in our body politics that those people who have the PhDs and whatever, they mess up. Why you laughing?
Without mentioning
I'm
names, right?
not mentioning any. I'm not mentioning names. But the truth is, what I'm looking for is a courageous leader, a leader who at least knows something and know the way he's going. When he appoints people, he makes sure you get the job done. That is what we are lacking as a country.
Yeah.
So with her credentials, kudos to her. I don't know much about her, and I don't know why it has taken Cheddar this long, but going through the information we have, we would.
Yeah, she's got a really impressive academic background and record. But the point, I think there's a question nobody's really asking. Do you think Cheddar's got a problem with recruiting people?
I think it's not very obvious, but with the way things are going, I would say so. And I think the reason is not because there are no people available. I mean, we have very people. This guy, this man, Kofi Amuabin, who had the UT bank. He was recently interviewed. He's lost the bank totally.
Yeah.
But he's still involved in big stuff. And when he was speaking, I think with Kofi TV, you could see how hurt he was that the government was able to go as far as collapsing his bank.
Yeah.
And so for him, someone like him, I'm sure if Cheddar approaches him, because he has a lot of experience, he has military background, academic background, and he's run a bank before. So these are the kind of people that I'm expecting, not he per se, but people like that are the sort of people I'm expecting Cheddar to surround himself with. But at the same time, it's not easy to convince such people. I mean, people who are in that kind of position. He's capable, but it's not easy because at the end of the day, you want to protect the little business interests that you have left. So I think, yes, he definitely knows people that he's wanted to. I mean, like even Samia and Nkrumah said, and that's when the rumors were coming out, approached her as a vice president candidate, but she kind of turned it down nicely. So I think he's having a hard time convincing people who he thinks are capable of supporting him.
So is that fair to say that, which means Dr. Mariam Isaka is or wasn't Chedda's first pick.
I mean, it's
It's
obvious
obvious.
because
You can take
Samia
it from
came
that
out,
angle.
yes,
You can
because
take
Samia
it from
came
that
out to
angle.
say-
But you can also, with what you're saying, you can also understand where those other people turning his offers down.
yeah,
You can understand where they are coming from because the kind of politics we play in Ghana, it's messy. It's very extremely messy.
Yeah.
So even look at somebody like Indum, for example. Look at what they've done to Indum, and look at the he gave to society, but they did not care.
that is even you've even gone too far. Kennedy Japan
Yeah.
when he was vying for the
Flag
primaries.
bearership, yeah.
Already Iyoko and whatever were going to his businesses and checking their books and all
Yeah.
that when he was vying for even within his own party.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of tricky. Sometimes you have to
Yeah.
look at your
Yeah.
own personal. Because I believe there are people in Ghana who really want to go with Cheddar because they can see the vision. But bringing your face out just like
If
that,
you bring
is
your
quite
face
dangerous.
and your the party you jump ship from wins, then you know
you're messed up.
You either have to leave
Someone
the
will say
country or
that's
go-
when you know you messed up.
There, no, you know, say you have to go to Togo.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, knowing this now in the back of our minds, we know he's having like a bit of trouble recruiting people. Is it fair to say that?
I don't want to look at it from that angle. It's the opposite. People are a bit. What is the English word?
Reluctant?
Careful.
Yes, careful, and because it's new.
Circumspect, yeah.
And what are your chances? I've built this reputation.
Yeah.
Companies or work and whatever. So if I jump on your stuff and it doesn't work,
What are
like
the
I said, we
consequences?
know the body politics we do in Ghana.
Yeah.
You will lose and lose real bad.
Yeah.
You know.
You will lose contract.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay, let's just sound a little bit fair, right? If he's not having a hard time or if he's having a hard time, we don't really know. But the point is, why is he taking so long? I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, it's none of your business, right? He's got his own plans. But the elections are getting closer and closer by the day. But he's been campaigning for over a year now.
Yeah.
And this is the second unveiling out of the 12 unveiling. So does it have enough time to unveil the rest of the 10?
Okay, let me just
new
okay,
members.
Let me take
right.
it quick. And
Yeah.
this one is a quick one. I feel, for me, and I stand to be corrected, but I think his approach towards this particular election is not for him to win. It's to just leave a mark for the next 4 years. So, and also people that he has approached, they also want, okay, listen, you go first. You can try somebody. We can always change positions. Positions can be changed. So you can just go and let's see your chances. If you get 5%, 10%, it means in 4 years' time, whilst we go back, do our corrections, you stand a chance. Then they can jump on board. You can call it selfish, you can call it any way, but I think that is the only way.
So let's backtrack a little bit. Now, we all know Samia and Nkrumah turned him down. Can we just speculate ideas? Why would you think she turned him down?
Samia was already a CPP lady, you understand? And I think from if I was her, it is you are leading your father's
Legacy,
dream,
right.
or legacy. So for you to just jump ship
Jump
like
ship,
that,
yeah,
it has to
that's-
has to take something.
Yeah.
You understand? You have to woo her. I think when you look at Cheddar now, I'm saying it and I'm saying it again. He does not. I want him to win, cause a surprise.
Yeah, we all want
but
him, yeah.
being truthful to myself, not to get disappointed or heart attack, I'm saying he's not going to win. Not that I don't support him. I will vote for him, knowing that he's not going to win. You understand? Because I believe in his ideas and stuff. But it's the same with somebody like Samia. Maybe she can see the potential is there, but not this particular time.
Yeah.
You understand? So she prefers to stick with her CPP so that she can hold on to her seat or something, and then maybe in 4 years' time say, listen, CPP for years, I think it's not working. I can quickly, we the CPP have joined forces with the new force, something like that.
Okay, cool. But did her dad's like allegiance lie to the was it lying with the country, or was it more like, you know, a CPP thing? Because I think, I don't know, but I feel like her dad would probably be like, we Ghana first. So if you have somebody coming, you know, in and being like, yo, we need your help to help us achieve this, right? Follow pretty much the legacy your dad left behind. why would you need to tag along instead of say I'm going to stick with CPP?
I think she's going to be seen as a traitor.
Yes.
When she does that
Yeah.
To the party.
To the party. Yes.
But not to Ghana.
No. Because specifically, there are a lot of people who
Yeah.
may not vote for the CPP, but they admire the CPP.
So the point is that people just do not have the balls just to take bold decisions to get the country better. It's more party
I'm telling
first
you,
over country.
if this is the thing, this is how I feel, and it's my opinion. If let's say around this time there's a poll, and then Cheddar is leaning, or it's about 49% or something, and he approached the big waves in any of the political parties, they will start jumping ship. I'm telling you, they will. But if you look at how everything is going now, it seems like the election is going towards a certain direction, which is the NDC. That is how I see it. A lot of people see it like that because they are tired of the MPP, right? That's, if you look at Cheddar, okay, he has beautiful ideas and stuff, but in Ghana, we all know, your mother passed on the generation. You have to continue, right? And then, although you have your own mindset now and you want things to, you look at the Cheddar, no, let me just give back to somebody we already know. And that is the culture back home. So that is why I'm saying this particular one, he will not, and if you want to jump ship now and something happen, you will lose. Somebody like Samia Nkrumah.
Yeah, but I think that even though she didn't accept the vice president position, I think in the case where Cheddar wins, if he wants to put her in a position, I'm sure she will take it.
She will.
It's just being so close to the top that she doesn't like. It will look like she's completely abandoned the CPP or her father's legacy. Because now if you look among the children, she's the only one.
Yes.
Sekou is just like, today is this, tomorrow is NDC. He's not very stable. But I think that if he wins and he gives Samia a position, I'm sure she'll take it.
Let me take your mind back to Indum. Indum was in that kind of position.
Yeah.
The year 2000.
Yeah.
But he was like, I'm a CPP man.
Right.
Let me take and then he took the opportunity, went to parliament, and then Kufuor was able to woo him, gave him
a position.
Exactly. So I think if Cheddar is like the MPP, Samia would have jumped ship. Okay. But let's focus on that lady.
We can, but I don't, like I said, I think we're gonna get to know more of her as time goes on, because a lot of people do not really know her that well. We don't really know a lot, and every time I try to read about her, it's just her background, biography is the same that keeps coming up, family and stuff, which is pretty decent. But my thing is like, I feel like I've listened to a lot of pundits here and there. I've been listening to a lot of political talk, even though we're not politicians, we don't do politics much, but I keep listening, I keep following the trends. But nobody's really asking this question. I feel like a lot of these candidates, everybody's saying kick out the duopoly, right? It's like, we're tired of them, we're sick of them. So my question, why don't they all form an allegiance, right? Come together, form one huge party, and then kick them out. Why are they so segregated, separate? All these small, tiny.
The thing is, we are not good at coming together and doing things.
Personal greed, yeah.
And if you look at all the other small political parties, Akbalu, the other guy, young guy, I forgot his name, Kwesi something.
Alan
Chermatin and Ayaraga, they've all been vying for this thing for years.
But that's what I'm saying. So, they all saying the same thing, right? Let's kick out these two duopoly.
But I was thinking, if you look at it
why don't they join forces?
It looks like with all the small parties and independents, Cheddar is the one who is really making headway.
Yeah.
But because they've been there for long, they won't want to pay allegiance to, join forces with Cheddar, and at the end of the day, their face is not on TV as the president. That's the problem.
Okay, so it's the thing about everybody.
Somebody like a typical example is Alan Chermatin.
Right.
You've decided to leave. Your best bet was for him. If I was on his camp and I advise him, I'll say, listen, let's get this young boy Cheddar
to be the face of.
Yeah. You can be the vice president. The elderly behind him.
Yeah.
Join forces. You can steal some numbers from the MPP. Then you go around, look for the next disappointed NDC fellow who wants to jump ship, add him, And then form, like you said, but like you said, everybody wants to be the president.
everybody
What
wants
they've
to.
seen and want to be the president.
But honestly, even if you look at things now, I would say from my personal observation that even Cheddar is more popular than Alan. Alan is a known name in Ghanaian politics, but the charisma, I don't know if he pulls that amount of crowd, because if you look at how much crowd Cheddar is pulling out, if what we are seeing on TV will be the reality on the D-Day, then I think Cheddar will even get more votes than Alan Chermate.
I get it, and it's true. But what I'm saying is, when Alan decided to jump ship, he would have kept quietly, and then joined forces, and then all of a sudden, because people do admire him, you understand. So, like you asked a very perfect question, and people don't look at it like that. Everybody wants to be the head. Everybody wants to be the head.
But now the problem with Alan is people are tired of the old people. Not disrespect to the old people, but everybody is saying that we're tired of Nkokrafo. We need somebody young. So he, in particular, he has a lot of following for sure. If he would join forces with Cheddar, it will be a big boost, and it will shake up the election big time, because now it's like everyone is taking, and the funny thing is most of the other independents, they count these votes and people get 0.01, but they are still in the race. And that's what's scary about Cheddar, because the speed at which he's been able to, within 3-4 months, being able to capture the minds of the diasporans, the youth, and all that, it's impressive. And that's why you're saying that it would have been better for all of them to come together. But at the end of the day, everybody wants to be the president, so we're stuck.
Because I think, like we say, to be able to really create, like, real development, we need the energy of the youth, and the wisdom of the elderly. But the point, that's what I said, that it's like, have like a small, like, form an allegiance, whatever, committee or whatever, and then you can, pledge your allegiance, and then you form an alliance, right? Based off of the top gurus, right? Alan, Indom, whatever, because you guys, they all have the same goal, to kick out the duopoly.
And for me, maybe I'm not the smartest.
Give me a second. So the point is, it's just about the presidency. Everybody just want to be the face of the country. Because when I look at it, I think about it, right? This is why we all kind of back each other up. His ideas are pretty fresh. When you think about it in the long term, right? It sounds or it looks feasible. Nothing he's saying is really extraordinary, like out of this world. It's all been done. He's saying we can pretty much emulate this, because there's a blueprint.
And this is why with this kind of idea.
But sorry, I'll come back to you. All the other candidates, right? It's just like recycled manifestos.
Same message, We'll bring interest rate down, all those things.
We're gonna take.
I want to add something to what you're saying. Like, they coming together would have been a perfect match. I tell you why. This is my project or my thinking. You want to be the president. Okay, I'm the force. I have bigger numbers than you, but okay. With your political party, Alan, whatever, how many regions do we have? 16. Okay. Yes, I'm the president, but we have a minister of every region.
No doubt.
Right? Okay. When I win, you are the minister. Whatever idea, we can sit and talk about it, but these are the things I want to do. This is what you want to do. I'll give you a region. So you are the regional minister. I'm not going to change you for the 4 years. Implement what you want to do
on condition
that
you achieve this.
Yes, you achieve those things in 4 years, and share it to all of them. 16, and then you take. Okay, they will come to meetings and stuff, but overall, you are the boss.
I mean, even if you don't want to put them on the head of positions, you can make them kind of like a system like what China has. They have all these council of elders who actually do the backroom analysis and policy planning. So nobody will know that they are working behind the scenes, but you're using them. But you have the final say. There are many ways you can.
What I'm saying is similar to like the China thing you mentioned. Look at the provinces we have. They are like their own kings.
Right.
But that is exactly what Cheddar is trying to emulate. He was saying the same about creating this regional CEOs. So every region is very, very autonomous, right? So you are accountable for the resources you generate your own.
Exactly. So if you say you are Alan or you are whichever party, independent party you are, okay, I give you maybe Northern region. this particular side. Go and implement your stuff because your stuff fits for the northern region, not the whole country because you fall short.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Yeah,
go
but
and do
I
it
think
there.
that should also be like merit-based. You have to kind of really come up with like a compelling, like
Exactly.
either like plans or whatever before the presidency.
I think what is happening
okay.
now, I always go back to Abraham Maslow's theory of needs, where the top of the pyramid is self-actualization.
Yes.
I think that's where most of our independent candidates are. If you look at Mama Yarga, Akbaluodi, these people are successful in their personal lives, their businesses, they have millions of Chiles or dollars. The only thing that's left is to leave a mark in the minds of people. And that is the reason why they want to run for president. Most of them, like you said, when you listen to them, it's just all the same. The only other person I can see is making sense is Mama Yarga. When he talks, people laugh. But when you listen to the juice of what he says, it's actually good for Ghana. He always talks about, like Danlati, domestication. We have to do everything by ourselves. He also has a good mindset, but the thing is, he won't get anywhere. Yeah, so I mean, if you look at them, they are not really pulling anything, but they've reached that level where they also want to be president. That's the last thing they want to achieve. Yeah.
All right, family. I think we digressed a lot from the vice presidential candidate, but I think it's justified because we don't really know much about this lady besides what's on the news.
But honestly, we prefer someone like that to a politician.
That's what I'm saying. There's going to be a lot more coming.
Yeah.
I think I saw I think that was the very first interview after the nomination. So yeah, so we're here to see what she's going to pretty much add to CHEDDA'S vision for them both to kind of propel the country to greater heights. Yes or no?
Yeah.
All right, so as usual, thank you for your time. Which you could have been anywhere doing anything, but you decided to stick with us and watch us. So for that, salute. Thank you very much. We'll see you on the next episode. DLS out.
Peace.
Bye.